everyone, welcome again. Today I wanted to take you into a session of mine, so really in a mixing session. It's a mix that I've done for my own band Stellarbone and a song called Red Sun. It's a typical hardcore metal song. There's also a huge breakdown in it, and that passage in particular was kind of a challenge for me to mix, because in those songs the breakdowns really are important. You really have to emphasize them and make them sound really big and huge. It's not always easy, so for me it was kind of a challenge to do so. And I know every song is different and every mixing session will be different to one another as well, but maybe there are a few takeaways in this video and you can use those tricks as well in one of your own mixes maybe. So let's open up the session and I'll show you some tricks that I used while I was mixing, and let's have some fun with it. Okay, alright boys and girls, so this is my final mix session of the song Red Sun by Stellarbone. So let me play a little bit of the song to get you in the vibe. Alright, so first off, as you can see throughout the whole song, it's just a left and right guitar, because when tracking things I'm all for less is more principle. When you're quad tracking your whole song with guitars, then I think it loses a lot of dynamics. So that's why I almost always just double track guitars. The first thing I did was add some extra guitars to the break. So that is the thing, when you record your whole song with just a left and right guitar, then you can quad track some parts to make it more powerful. So that's exactly what I did here. So this is the breakdown with just the left and right guitar. And now with the extra guitars that I added, you will immediately notice it's a lot of fuller sound, and it has a lot more impact. So that's a small thing, but it has a lot of impact. Second thing I did, of course, I added a sub bass under there, which I think is, yeah, nowadays in the up to par productions, let's say, it's almost necessary to put a sub bass in the breakdown. So this is a sub bass for those of you who don't know what it is. So let me play it with and without. So this is with the sub bass. And now I'm going to play it without. So without again. Now with. So you immediately hear that is a thing you must add as well. Now this is a thing that I just came up with for this song. So like I said, all those tricks and all those things to enhance a breakdown or a specific part in a song, it's all very song dependent. But for this, I also added a synth underneath. So this song is, the tuning is very low. I think this song was recorded in drop G. So I just put a synth underneath the breakdown with the root note in G. Put some effects on it to make it sound a little bit more gnarly, let's say. And this is how it sounds just with just the synth on its own. So that's a really cool effect. So I think this is even the most important thing that I did, because when I leave it out, you immediately gonna notice that it sounds really empty. So this is with the synth. And now listen to this when I mute it. To me, it sounds so empty. It doesn't sound right at all. So I think that this was a great addition to enhance the breakdown. Okay, what else did I do? I think I have to scroll over to the snare then. For this breakdown, I added an extra reverb just for the break to have the snare sound bigger than it really is. So I'm gonna just play the snare on its own and then with and without the reverb. Without. So this is also a subtle move, but in the total of the mix, it really makes a difference as well. So next to the extra reverb that I added just for the break, I also automated the gated reverb and the plate reverb. Also, this is very subtle. And also a really big change that I did, I added the Mach EQ to the snare just for the breakdown. As you can see throughout the rest of the song, it's bypassed. And when the break comes in, it's unbypassed. So I added, because I thought the snare sounded too thin, so that's why I added a lot of oomph to the snare, and that makes quite a difference. So I'll show you a section in another part of the song. So this is the snare, how it sounds throughout the whole song. And now take a listen to the snare in the breakdown. That's a huge difference, right? It has a lot more body, a lot more oomph. So that's really an important one as well. So all those small things that I did, they make quite a difference, of course. Now I have created just a VCA track to which I routed all these effects. So let me play the breakdown with these effects and then without the effects. And then you will immediately hear what huge difference all these small increments make. So this is the breakdown as it is in the final mix, so with all the effects in it. Now listen to it when I bypass it. So I think these are some cool tricks. But another thing I wanted to show you is that I have a lot of automation going on the... I'll show you this screen, that's even better to see. So as you can see, I have a lot of effects going on as well. So I'm sending to my effects buses, so delay, vocals, plates, doublers, all kinds of stuff. But watch when the break comes in, how they all turn on and turn off. So next to the automation I am doing volume-wise, I'm also bypassing a lot of them on specific sentences and pieces throughout the break. And also I'm moving some faders here and there. And this also adds to the impact, of course. Watch what's going on here. Voila. So it takes some extra effort, some extra time to do those moves, but I think they're absolutely worth it. I think there are a few takeaways here that you can use in almost every breakdown or song. So to add more impact, like quad tracking guitars, put in some extra effects, put a sub bass underneath, maybe have a synth with a root note. It surely makes your sound bigger and more full. It all adds to the impact of the specific part that you want to emphasize. Yeah, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, then make sure to ask them, leave a comment, like the video, I don't know. So hope you got anything out of it. If not, then again, I am sorry. All right, talk to you next time.